I think he's got a parole problem.
Got paroled early.
If Stroud is paroled and gets a proper laboratory, there's no telling what he might come up with.
Firearms that until your sentence and parole
Have you out of
term
hospital? I didn't get a full pardon. I'm out on parole. You'll know, Mr.
You want to go back inside? You're on parole.
2 men, hand to hand. No jury, no appeal.
If you're
no
the one
parole.
to talk to, that right there would be a violation of your parole.
There's no denying. We broke parole and hung 1.5 miles of paper.
What? For violating parole by leaving Texas without permission? Huh?
Talking some serious business. I think he's got a parole problem.
Where's your PO?
Seymour Skip.
Worked the deal with her and Lambert. Got her paroled early. As long as she was willing to fill out the petition.
If Stroud is paroled and gets a proper laboratory, there's no telling what he might come up with. He really should be working on human diseases.
that you'll be banned from buying or possessing any firearms, that until your sentence and parole term of 3 years is served, you cannot vote in.
Come in.
So good to have you out of hospital.
I didn't get a full pardon. I'm out on parole. You'll know Mr. Mayhew, I believe. This is his clerk.
I'm a federal agent. You want to go back inside? You're on parole. I'll make a call. You'll be in there.
2 men, hand to hand. No jury, no appeal, no parole. 2 men enter, 1 man.
Well, associating with criminals if you're the one they talk to, that right there would be a violation of your parole. Would end you up back in Stillwater.
Yeah, well, what the hell? There's no denying. We broke parole and hung 1.5 miles of paper. Oh, yeah.
You arresting me? What? For violating parole by leaving Texas without permission? Huh? Or for evading a federal officer?
It's our only play, man. I'm innocent, bro. Do you know what that means? That means I didn't do it. The best I can get.
We're going straight before. Of course, I go straight every time I'm on parole. I drink a cup of concrete, man.
And found his gun. Pat went straight back to prison on violation of his parole. A couple of days later, Jimmy was picked up with an...
In the federal penitentiary, subject to a parole hearing after 5 years served.
Picking them damn rocks with a sledgehammer night and day. And you know what? The very next week I get paroled. I walk out of that godforsaken jail.
You show some goodwill towards change, and we're going to get you an earlier parole hearing with the judge. Am I boring you, Sunshine?
I'm down breathing. Grierson, my parole officer, told me to come by here and said you had a job for me.
So you're familiar with this kind of operation?
Closed chambers last week. Have you reached a decision regarding Mr. McCoy's request for parole?
Request for parole is denied.
Eat this cake by ourselves. Your Uncle Joey didn't make parole again.
Sentence so drastically. I spent 10 years. You could get parole in 4 months. And you'll have to visit a psychiatrist 3 times.
The Arkansas Department of Corrections do a term of life without the possibility of parole.
The sheriff, he's seen you, Tom. Do you want to get fingerprinted? Do you want to be sent back for breaking parole?
Yes, you're right.
The county's parole officer was Charles Meade, county courthouse in the Bronx.
Charles Meade.
Yep.
Department of Corrections. They've canceled all parole hearings indefinitely.
John Hardigan crawling on his belly in front of a parole board, confessing to raping a little girl and blubbering for...
But towards the end, he was paroled to help with the American war effort. So for the last 6 months, he's been working in my pastry.
Bulger's an ex-convict.
Yeah.
And that his parole category is supervised release status, a designation that we would be required.
But therapist.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just stick to the part parole officer part?
Okay.
You don't qualify for asylum, refugee status, temporary protective status, humanitarian parole, or non-immigration work, travel, or diplomatic visas.
He knew Mad Dog, but he knew my parole was coming up, and he took this fall from me. He just did it.